According to the American Red Cross, nearly half of Americans cannot swim well enough to save their own lives. Well, this may surprise you, but I am one of them. So this summer, I decided to change that by enrolling in adult swim lessons at the YMCA. Instructor Jeff Waddle and my fellow student, Trudy Hansen, are here to talk about what it's like to learn this important skill as an adult. Welcome to both of you. It's nice to see you out of the water.
I know. Nice to see us fully dressed as well, I think.
Yes, yeah. Well, we actually lucked out because Trudy and I were the only two students that are in this 6-week class. So, Jeff, let's start with you. Trudy and I came in at different levels, so tell us where we started.
Yeah, so at first I had you guys fill out an evaluation, and I have to admit, Joey put down that he was somewhat comfortable in the water. So when I do an evaluation in the water, I sort of go through these series of tests, and so I said, Joey, just put your face in the water. And it didn't happen very quickly. I mean, it happened very quickly. I was like, did you even get your face wet?
He was like, he splashed it.
So
he used it like toner.
Putting my face in the water was one of my big challenges, certainly in the beginning. But Trudy was a lot more comfortable and at a different level than I. Tell us where Trudy started.
Yeah, definitely. So Trudy was comfortable in the water and could swim. And
well, I want to clarify that. Yeah, I could swim, as in I could get in the water, I could move across the pool without drowning. So yeah, not really swimming. I had no technique, no form, no breathing, no stamina, nothing. And I was really kind of fed up with not being able to go in the water with my kids because they're strong swimmers, and I was being pathetic, just bobbing around like an idiot in the shallow end. So I could swim, but not really.
So you had a different approach, Jeff, with each of us. So what did you have us, tell everyone what you had us work on individually, starting with Trudy.
All right, so with Trudy, she swam somewhat good, and so we had to work on stroke and techniques, and we used a lot of this gear to help her get a little bit better in the techniques, and there's all kinds of stuff here from tennis balls to paddles to
Which
fins.
is surprising when you come into a swimming class to see that there are so many tools. You expect it's going to be you and your swim trunks, and that's it.
And that's pretty much, no, we are accessorized all the way along, every single time, and different ones as well, depending on, what mood Jeff's in and how,
so let's
how mean he
start
feels.
down on the end in front of Megan. So these are actually our Trudy's fins. So why did you have her get the fins?
Yeah, so I found that the fins were going to be really helpful for both of you because once your legs sink, the fins will help get you up on top of water, and so it just makes things easier. And so anyhow, it's like one of those things that it gives you a little bit of speed and power.
And you said that those were training fins? They're not like big snorkely fins.
Yeah,
they're
they're different
fins.
they're different from snorkeling fins, and so they encourage a quicker kick and tighter profile on the kick.
Will they always have to wear them when they're in the water?
No. I eventually take them away as
You'll
as
take
Joey
my
will
fins
get
out of my
into.
cold dead hands. I'm keeping them. I tell
Well,
you, they're great.
as Trudy was holding on to her fins, Jeff introduced to me, and I was very against it, a snorkel. And honestly, my thought was when he asked me to use it, I thought, I don't want to learn to swim with a snorkel and then have to take it away. But explain why this was important.
Yeah, so when you're just learning to swim, it's hard to concentrate on all the aspects of swimming, and breathing is the most difficult thing. So I like to remove the most difficult thing at first, so that we can get some distance in and they can work on their technique and stroke. And so
Do you plug your nose with that? Like just the snorkel?
I've never seen one.
No, so this
That's
is
weird.
yeah. So this allows me to look down, and again, didn't want to do it, but once I put it on, he was then able to start working on my stroke, which this is another tool. You would tape our sessions so that then we could go back and see, what it looked like.
Huh.
Now, there were also various drills that you had us do, and I keep telling people it was like the Karate Kid, where I thought, why is he making me hold, tennis balls while we're swimming? But each thing improved.
He was taping it.
I was being punked. No, each drill had a different tool. So why the tennis balls?
yeah, so the tennis balls are really because your hands tend to be the greatest pulling power surface when you're pulling in the water. And so when you close them, it forces you to use more of your forearms, and so you get a bigger catch. And so it sort of removes that. And then once you take them away, all of a sudden you feel like you got extra power and move a little bit quicker.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
Trudy has perfected the strokes that she already has
Okay.
known. And at my last lesson, most recent lesson, I did swim the length of the pool with my face in the water.
Oh,
It's, you know, no, I'm not going to get
Good.
any awards for it or anything.
No, but come on. When you started, you were quite anxious
Mm-hmm.
about putting your face in the water, and you were saying, "This is what I've got to do. This is why I'm here, and I have to learn to." And you did it really, really well. And once you did it, it was like, "Oh, look at me, gliding
How
through the
long
water."
did it take you?
It's a 6-week
A 6-week,
course, and
okay.
so I think,
4 weeks? Was it
yeah,
4
maybe
weeks?
around
Yeah.
4, I
4
was starting to
weeks,
see
yep.
some improvement. I still have a ways to go. But so if people take a session like we did at the Y, what can they expect when they leave at the end? Like, what's the goal?
Yeah, so the goal is basically safety at the end of the day, and so we like for you to be able to jump in the water, tread water for about 60 seconds, swim the length of the pool, and then get yourself out of the water, and that's really safety. And so that if you get pushed in off a boat or off a dock or something, you can get yourself to something solid where you can climb out of the water and save your life. So at the end of the day, it's about saving lives and swimming safely.
Are they going to be able to do this by the end of their course?
They have, and so they've already done it, and I brought some certificates with me today
Oh.
to signify that
It's
they
like our
have
graduation.
It is like a graduation.
accomplished, and so
Do we have some kind of swim prom now? Or something?
So, where are you going to swim college? That's the
right,
question.
exactly. Oh, well, that's mine and that's,
That's
yours.
awesome.
Look at that.
Well, Jeff and Trudy, thank you so much,
Look,
and
it's
thank
so
you
cool.
for sharing, you know, this journey. And people should not be afraid to learn to swim. It's never too late. There are many options here on the Suncoast for adult swimming classes. 2 options are actually registering for classes right now. You can visit sarasotaymca.org/swim lessons. You can also register for classes with Jeff at Arlington Park Pool by visiting srqtsunami.org.